Alright guys, in this tutorial I'm going to be doing something exciting. I'll be teaching you how to make this amazing social media flyer design right here on Photoshop, everything. And in this particular tutorial I'm going to be taking you step by step, like every step of the way, so that you will see the ups and downs if there's any, and know how to walk through it, and not just see me do it and there's no explanation. You don't see where there's a mistake or something. So you can see me try things out and see how they work out and how they don't work out, and change them all around. Okay, so I'm just gonna start. First of all, if you want to use the same pictures I'm using in this tutorial, I'm going to leave the link in description for you so you can download them. And that's the images that I'm using in this particular tutorial. Okay, let's jump right in. So I'm going to create a new document to start with. I'm going to create a 200 by 200 millimeter document, right? 200 by 200 millimeter document. Of course, I like to make this 300 my resolutions, and then create an artboard and press OK. Now my grids are already created, right? I'm going to hide them. I'm going to hide them by pressing Control semicolon or Command semicolon if you're on the Mac. All right, so what am I going to do first? I'll be looking at this and doing it. Okay, so you can see. So we're going to first, for write our text, get closer to your dream, and then put the Google icon. So we're going to say get closer, right? All right, then bring this down. The font used was Montserrat, right? And I'm already on Montserrat, so I'm just going to make the whole thing big by sliding through the text and then increasing the line height here. Okay, and then making this one extra bold. Okay, and then the color used was a gray color, right? I think there should be something around this. Then press okay, go back to the move tool, place it somewhere here. Then to get the Google icon that I used in the design, you can go to File, Place Embed, and find it. This is it here. So I can now reduce the size by holding Alt and Shift, so to maintain the proportion. Okay, put it here. Let me be sure I'm still doing the correct thing. Okay, should be a little bit bigger like this. Okay, so this way. And then the closer to your dream, I tracked it a little, so it highlights this and reduce the tracking to 60%. Okay, and then it's not medium, it's supposed to be light, because as you can see this is lighter, right? So we're gonna do that, and then select the both of them and use left align. Of course, to select both of them, hold Shift and Control to be able to select right here on the screen. My auto select is not on, so to turn it on temporarily, I just hold Control, right? It will come on, it will go off. So with this turned on, I can select any item on the screen on the go without having to come to the layers panel. So I'm just going to hold Control to be able to select this one, then hold Shift so that when I select it, it's not going to select this one. So I do this and then align them so that they can be aligned to the left. Okay, and I can now move both of them around to where I want. So the next thing we're going to do is to create, okay, before we create these images, let's do the text now on coolvix.com. All right, so I'm just going to do now on coolvix.com. Okay, change the font to Montserrat regular, and then make this bold. Okay, of course, reduce the whole size, go to the move tool, bring it up a bit. Okay, I think this is still big, so I'm holding Shift as I'm dragging this. Okay, if you're using the same version of Photoshop as I'm using, some of your versions might require you to drag it from here and not from here. Okay, so if yours demands that you do it from here without stretching, and spoiling your work, you can just use what it requires. but make sure you're holding down shift and all that. So I'm going to leave it like this, and then select this and change the color to FF9900 in hex, right? So that's the hex code used. Okay, bring this up a bit here, and as you can see, we have something close to it. The next thing we're going to do will be to add the images here. So I'm going to create the needed boxes for these images. Or first of all, let me just import the images and see what we have. So I'm just going to go to place, right? Place, and then select this image as the first one. As you can observe, with place, you can only select one at a time. But what I can do as well is just to come over to my download folder here and select the three of them and drag them into my document. So I don't have to be doing place, come back again, place. Then once you place it, like drag it in, keep on pressing enter to commit all of them. Then I'll hold shift and select the last image to resize them, holding down shift also, so it comes down to this. Press enter, and then I'm going to place them where I want them to be. So this guy, I'm going to place him somewhere up here. These ladies, this, I think these guys were they, yeah, down, and then these ladies are here, somewhere here. And as you can see, this picture is above, this one is following, and then this one is beneath all of them. So I have to do it like that also. So this guy should be above all of them, right? And then this one should be beneath all of them. So that's cool like this. So now to be able to create this effect that we have here, okay, we don't even need to create a box because the images already have the resolution that we need. So we just need to do a stroke on them. So for instance, starting with this guy, I'm just going to double click here. Notice where I'm double clicking, right? Not on the text, not on the box here, but here, any other place apart from this text, just around the body of the layer. Just double click on it, and then you're going to open up the blending options or layer styles if you like. So you can now go to stroke, right? Okay, I'm working on this guy. So go to stroke, increase the size of the stroke, and give it a color of, let's say, we might change that letter to match with the actual one, but for now let's use blue. Okay, as you can see, our color is changed to blue, right? So, and it's the same thing. Now in using this stroke, you can actually make it, the reason why it is curved outside and not curved inside is because we are using position outside. So the stroke is outside. If you change it to inside, it's not going to be curved outside anymore. All of them are going to be hard like that. Okay, if you change it to center, you're going to have the same thing we had before, but in this case, the curve here is not going to be much. Okay, and all of that. So for now, for this particular one, we're going to use outside. Okay, so then let me just keep it at 50. If we need to change it, we'll change it later. So press OK. Now the next thing we'll do, let's check our color. So this should be white, this should be orange, and this should be light blue. Just to be confirmed, let me check this color. I'm using the color picker to check. So this is the color code. I'm just going to copy it from here and use it for this guy. So before I use, I'm going to use this blue, the blue I just copied for this guy on top. But what I'm going to do first is, since I want all, as you can see, all the styles here are exactly the same except for the colors, right? So I'm just going to duplicate this style I have on this guy on all these guys. Is that okay? I'm going to duplicate it on all these guys and all these other images, and then I will change the colors. How do I do that? Now come to your this FX. If you notice, immediately you added this effect on this particular image, this FX icon came out here. So what you can do is to hold Alt while hovering on it and drag on top of another image. Once you leave it, it's going to transfer or copy that same style on it. So do the same thing from there to the next one, right? So all you now need to do is to double click here right? And now come into that stroke and change the color. Here we have that blue one I copied, right? I'm changing the blue to look more like what we did before. So that is that. Then press OK. Come into this guy, double click, and then change the color to FF9900. Then to this guy also, you are going to change the color to white. I hope I'm right. I don't think that is why it should be kind of off-white, but let me check to confirm. This color here, I don't think it's full white on this guy. Yeah, it's not. So F0, 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 that's the hex code. So I'm just going to copy it and come here and then paste it here. Yeah, I'm just going to paste it here. And that would be it for the styling. The next thing we need to do is to bend, to tilt each of them to balance well with the design. Is that okay? So for this, we're going to tilt it this way, the other this way, and all of that. Now I'm going to explain a few things about why these things are tilted this way or that way. How did I make the choice of how to tilt, of tilting it this way or that way? Now it's all about balance in design. Okay, sometimes some designs might not really look balanced if you don't do certain things, but for now let's just focus on getting the design right for now. So this, I'm going to tilt it this way, and then this one this way, and the other one that way. Okay, so I'm just going to do it like this, and this like this, and then this other guy like this. I hope I'm right. I think my images are kind of big. Okay, it's looking more like it now, right? Yeah, I'm coming closer. So for this, we're going to move all these guys. Remember, I'm holding down shift and control to select all of them like that, and then I'm going to move it to this place. Then I'm going to move this guy over to this place and tilt it a little bit more, right? Of course, I'm not trying to get everything as an exact, but just to get that close to it. Okay, so here we have this, and now we can work with this, even though it's not yet exactly as is, but we're going to use it this way. Okay, so I'm going to now increase, okay, just for some reason, because this guy's head is cutting off too much, so I'm going to reduce the size of the whole thing like this, and then pull him up a bit here. Okay, I think this works. Select this with Control and Shift, move it, and then maybe increase the size a little, and then I'm gonna move this guy down this way. Yeah, so the next thing we need to do is to add this text down here. Okay, so add this text down here, and then the logo up here. Okay, move this guy down, and then we're going to make that medium, uppercase, color gray, reduce the size, track it this way, and then position it right. Okay, better business today. Okay, I think this should be bold, not medium. Then covix.com, then covix icons. So reduce this, make it bold. I hope I'm right. Choose this gray. Yep. And then I'm just going to enter in your text and write covix.com. Remove the uppercase, remove the canning, make it 0, and then you can now put in the social media icons. You can duplicate, holding Alt. I'm going to duplicate this, bring it here, right? Just covix. Okay, and our icons can now be here. Now I'm not going to waste your time by trying to get all the icons to put them where they are supposed to be. but I'm just going to put the circles and color them as they should be colored. And then you can find the icons, put a color overlay on them to make them white by going to the effects, to the layer styles, then put them inside the circle, right? So select both and drag it until it matches. Okay, then move this. Okay, there's a mistake here. This. So now to be sure that everything is aligned, I'm still going to select all of them and use this align vertical centers. So just to confirm that everything is well aligned. Then I might actually group this. So I'm going to press Ctrl G to group these. Okay, and select the group together with Better Businesses Today. And then I'm trying to align it to make sure. Of course, I know it was aligned, but just to be sure, click this align left, and then that would be it for that section. Okay, yep, to make sure it's visible, yeah. And then for this image, which is the logo, just gonna come here, say place embed, go over here, and then find the logo. I hope I will find it easily now. Okay, yeah, so get the logo here and then put it up here. Yeah, just to be able to give enough breathing space on all sides. Okay, now here is our final design, right? And I believe if you followed through, you should be here. Like I said, I'm going to leave all the links in the description for you, the link to the pictures and all of that, so you can actually go ahead and get them and use them for your work. Okay, thank you very much. If you enjoyed this video and got any value from it, consider liking this video and subscribing to this channel, and clicking the bell icon to be notified when I release the next video. Thank you very much.